good afternoon. This is Houndog Steve wishing you a very pleasant afternoon. And, because of all the stuff that's going on and the absolute control and draconian rules and regulations that are coming out of our governments and being poured on the populace, I think we need to take a little look at the people who are running the show. And why do I say this? Well, because first we have this story from RT, and it is about the House of Commons in the UK, and I think that we can be safely assured that this goes for just about any parliament in the modern world and in the Western world. And anyway, so in the UK Parliament, the Speaker is being forced to bring in sniffer dogs because of the alcohol and cocaine problem that is taking place within the Houses of Parliament. And the second article is there was traces found in the toilets in Boris Johnson's building, 10 Downing Street. So this goes right up to the Prime Minister. And, if you ever wondered why Boris Johnson has that crazy looking hair, well, maybe now you know. And of course, the last story is one of the members of the House of Lords, and who was caught sniffing cocaine off the boobs of a prostitute. Okay, and this guy is the ethics officer. The ethics officer. These are the people locking you down. Okay, you think these people have any kind of moral or virtuous value at all? When you can do these kind of things and play fast and loose, you and I would be in drug rehab right now. Okay, so we have a mixture of drug, alcohol, pornographic and pedophilic fueled politicians running the world. And it is right in your face. I mean, these articles, these are from 3 different sources telling you the same story. And then when you get into people like Jimmy Saville and Jeffrey Epstein and those connections, do you really think these people have the moral right to govern us, to lock us down? You think these kind of people have genuine care and concern about the general public? If you look around you and see the way that they have behaved, we now have a situation where the damage and the number of people who have been hurt by the lockdowns far and away exceeds the number of people who have died because of the virus. Now, I don't want to take away from anyone's tragedy, but if we are trying to save lives, surely to God, it is those people, who are being affected by this and are losing their lives that way. The UN is talking about millions and millions of people starving to death this year or having huge food security issues because of the lockdowns. I mean, what is going on here? Where is the common sense in all of this? Anyway, here are these 3 stories, and I'll come back and do a very quick wrap-up because this is probably going to be one of those longer videos. Okay, here we go. From RT, why Speaker wants sniffer dogs in the UK Parliament. And there we go. Money and drugs and money. The Speaker of the House of Commons is said to be considering bringing in sniffer dogs amid reports there's an allegedly rampant drug problem on Parliament grounds, including the use of cocaine. Speaker Lindsay Hoyle has reportedly vowed to call in the police after traces of cocaine and other drugs were detected in Westminster, the Sunday Times said on Sunday. The problem is said to be so serious it will be discussed by the House of Commons Commission next week. It may be that we now need to broaden the range of sniffer dogs to include those which can detect drugs, the Times cited Conservative MP Charles Walker as saying. Sniffer dogs had previously been deployed in the House of Commons to aid in the detection of explosives. Metropolitan Police data seen by the Times shows the force investigated 38 drug offences in or near parliamentary buildings between 2015 and 2018. A report received by the House of Commons last month indicated that the smell of marijuana had also been detected in the open spaces between the Palace of Westminster and Portcullis House, where MPs have their offices. Unnamed sources in Parliament told the Times it was common knowledge that some MPs used cocaine, with evidence found in 11 out of 12 locations tested in the building included places accessible only to those with parliamentary passes. Such passes allow their holders to enter the buildings without having their bags searched by security. According to reports, among the drug hotspots in Parliament were lavatories near the Prime Minister Boris Johnson's and Home Secretary's Priti Patel's private offices. In 2019, Hoyle, then a Labour MP, said, "It's not just a drink we've got to catch out, there's a drug problem." His concerns were echoed at the time by Patel, who said that those who have the privilege to work at the heart of our democracy, who are involved in drug use or distribution, are utterly divorced from the heartless pain and suffering of the drug trade they are fueling. Ed Davey, leader of the Liberal Democrats, has called for a thorough investigation, arguing that it is outrageous that people are doing cocaine in Parliament with impunity. However, if anonymous sources cited by the Times are anything to go by, the situation remains pretty dire, with one unnamed civil service employee claiming it's relatively common to see people, particularly MP staff, who are messed up. You see them wandering the halls with a glazed look, staggering about. The report alleges that some members of Parliament have indulged in illegal substances at house parties too, even in the presence of journalists. One brazen ex-minister reportedly put his dealer on the parliamentary payroll, claiming the man was a member of his staff. That same former MP is rumoured to have dealt drugs himself, the Times claimed. And this from MSN News. Traces of cocaine found in the UK's Parliament, including near Boris Johnson's office. Okay, and I'll just read you the highlights of this because a lot of it repeats the previous story. House of Commons Speaker Lindsay Hoyle contacted police over reports of cocaine used in the UK Parliament. The report in the Sunday Times said cocaine traces were found in 11 to 12 bathrooms tested in the parliamentary estate. And the paper reported that there's a cocaine culture in Parliament that includes household names and young MPs. And this from The Economist. Police investigating UK parliamentarian caught snorting cocaine off a prostitute's breasts. What's this, you say? The UK police authorities have intensified investigation into the case of Lord Sewell, a respected parliamentarian and peer in charge of parliamentary ethics, who quit the House of Lords Tuesday after photos showed him apparently wearing an orange bra and snorting cocaine off a prostitute's breasts. British Prime Minister David Cameron, who expressed disappointment at the allegation, had hinted of a robust investigation into the matter with a view to restoring the sanctity of the House of Lords. And the term robust is actually code for "we ain't doing nothing." Lord John Sewell, 69, said, "I want to apologise for the pain and embarrassment I've caused." Scotland Yard launched an investigation and raided Sewell's home near Parliament Monday night. Sewell, who's married, was formerly Senior Vice Principal of Aberdeen University in Scotland, and after serving as a Government Under Secretary in 2012, he received a lifetime appointment to the House of Lords. He made about $130,000 a year as Chairman of the Lords Privileges and Conduct Committee. "I have today written to the Clerk of the Parliaments terminating my membership of the House of Lords," Sewell said in a statement Tuesday. Sun tabloid quoted sex workers that Sewell snorted up to 8 lines of cocaine during one of their sessions. He slipped into a woman's blue dress and applied lipstick and eyeliner to engage in depraved sex games too obscene to report in a family newspaper, the tabloid said. One picture in the Sun showed him wearing a prostitute's orange bra at a sex party. In the House of Lords, Sewell had responsibility for dealing with ethics violations. He introduced a new system to eject members permanently who breached the code of conduct. Under the old system, only the monarch could throw them out. His new 7-point code of conduct requires peers to always act on their personal honour and to show selflessness, integrity, accountability, openness, honesty and leadership. Over the past year, Sewell sanctioned 3 lords who breached the code, Sun said. Now, because he is in this position, okay, and he made up the 7-point code of conduct, He should know beforehand that what he is doing is wrong, and yet he went ahead and did it. And if this isn't a slap in the face to the people, and the biggest eye-opener that you can have, that these people just do not care about you, they just care about their own wanton fulfillment. And you're not even second on the list. In fact, you might not even be on the list as far as their cares and concerns and where their hearts and loyalties are really placed. So please, people, wake up to this. Wake up to this. Anyway, I just wanted to bring to you the depths of depravity that is taking place in the corridors of power. And it is no different in your corporations, in the heads of corporations, okay? Because we now have a revolving door relationship between government and corporations. And in Mussolini's terms, that is a definition of fascism. Okay, so that's what we're living under right now. We're living under the tyranny of technocracy and fascism. It's unbelievable. Yeah, it really is. A person of my age, I find it unbelievable that we should be returning to try this experiment one more time. Hasn't it failed enough times? Haven't we realized that you cannot run things this way? It's not going to work. It's going to end not well. And but there you go. Look at who's governing you, and this might give you an idea as to the kind of results that we are seeing, the kind of carelessness and capriciousness and the devil may care attitude towards the world, what's happening in the world, and the people who are trying to just survive in the world. Okay, if you've enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe below. And in the meantime, this is Houndog Steve signing off, wishing you a very pleasant afternoon. And we'll talk very, very shortly. See you now. Bye.